Woohoo! Welcome to another outdoor adventure. I've come down to the rocks today and I thought to myself, you know what, I haven't caught some garfish in a while. I'll come down and have a bit of a crack here. It's my favourite spot to fish, off the rocks in Western Port, and my God, that is huge. I'm going to keep getting into them while they're there. I'll come back and show you what we get. That is an absolute tank. That is a tank. Oh man. Wow. Oh, come on, get off. That is huge. Undoubtedly, these are some of the biggest garfish I've ever caught, and I tell you what, they are. Don't want to get tangled. There's a big school there. I want to keep catching them while I can. Come on. Damn it. Hook broke off. That's not a good thing. All right, we'll come back in just a second. I am rushing because I've got this big school of gars there, and I just broke a hook off in one, so I just want to get back into it really quickly. Just using tiny pieces of squid tentacle, and I've got some burley in the water from the rocks here, and well, that's not a good cast, and well, we want to keep catching them while they're there. Whew. This is exciting. This is very exciting. Him. I've got a feeling they've wisened up to me. They're swimming all around here. They won't take my bait. Oh, it's frustrating. So very quickly, all I've done as far as burley goes to attract him is I've just got his floating basket, and I've just put some pellets in there and some broken up pilchards. That's just been sitting there all morning and just working this area. And sure enough, I'm not going to catch any without bait, am I? Sure enough, have attracted the gars, which is pretty cool. So they're actually right up on the surface too. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to reduce the height of my bait in the water column. Just bringing it up a little bit higher, just pulling that float down near the hook, and hopefully that might change it. Well, it's been a minute since catching a fish. I've just found they're out a little bit further. Not much, but enough to stay away from the toadies. The only downfall to fishing this way is going through so many hooks because of the toadfish. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to garfish, mustard's 4540.5, number 10 or number 12 is definitely an absolute gun of a hook. I love it because the wire's so thin. It's a half gauge wire, so when it comes to penetration, it just goes straight in. And what's even more so is the fact that this particular hook is actually offset, so you don't have to even strike. You don't have to strike to set the hook. It just does it for you. It's great. So the float setup's pretty simple. Just got a little pencil float, if you like, one split shot, and then my hook and bait. That's all that's needed. It's done the job. And of course, fishing from the rocks too, I just wanted a rod that's got a little bit more length to it. So this is a Bone Hardcore 9'2", so it's actually nice, and I could use this for casting laser lures as well. But what I like about it is it's got that extra length. It's nice and light, and it just makes casting a float, if I could do that properly, casting a float so much easier, especially something so light. So light. So it's very frustrating now because we're at the bottom of the low. I reckon the tide has stopped because my berley's just sitting there floating. The fish are still here, but they've really gone off the bite. And I reckon just because of that tide change, they've called it quits. Have a look at that. Look at the size of these things for garfish. Man, they are absolutely monstrous. Some of Western Port's absolute finest. What a shame I couldn't catch any more. Unfortunately, that's what happens. I got here at, well, what I thought was the right time of the tide, but the bite only happened in that last half an hour before it was dead low, and now sure enough they have gone off the bite. It is what it is. You can't do anything more about that. Unfortunately, like I said, I wish I had been able to catch more, but I still came down to the rocks, picked the tide, and sure enough, wanted to catch gars, and my lord, did I get some of Western Port's best garfish whatsoever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's short and sharp, but sometimes that's just what you get. Anyway, hit the subscribe button. There's plenty more videos on my channel. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.